Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl, the Cyn Show, and today is another day. In fact, today is Saturday, October 19th. How is everybody doing this evening? It's actually evening where I'm at. What's that like 5:25 p.m. around here? Um, and I hope you guys are doing amazing. Quick plug before I get started. I am actually going to be sharing this video today, and I'm going to be sharing them on both of my channels. The Cyn Show that you guys are going to see today, and then obviously the Heal Thy Co. Um, so I'm going to call this episode, hopefully you can see it, All Tea, No Shade. Okay? All tea. So let's all sip on first before I get started. And scent of the day that I'm wearing, just gonna keep it real so I can get it out the way because I'm in the vibe. I have mixed some Hypnotic from Zara, Hypnotic Vanilla, along with the Buddy El Oud Amethyst, and a spritz of Vanilla Mousse. Guys, I'm here. I'm in my own little lush land, clearly, and I'm loving it. So that's a little plug. Um, but that's not the reason why I came. I had a thought. I always have a thought. There's so many thoughts that come to mind, but it's a lot of inspiration and motivation. This is a video I'm putting out as inspiration, motivation. This is a video that I'm calling, and I might even call a series. You never know. Calling it All Tea, No Shade. Okay. Um, and I'm going to start it off with this. How in the world did YouTube get here for me? Why did I make this decision to come here? What was my motivation? And what is my inspiration? And I want to really put this out there because I am understanding something about my life and about why I was so intrigued with YouTube way back. I think when I started this channel, my first videos were was a music video that I had done with one of my old musician partners, and we were into dubstep. It was a time when dubstep and electronic dance music, EDM, was raving back in those 2000 times. And I, as a songwriter, collaborated with him. It was an amazing time, and we put this music out there. And then I continued to keep kind of putting music videos, kind of like recordings of me out there singing. And then I stopped. And then I came back up again with a little bit of the Cyn Show. And while I was kind of putting those videos out, I was talking about, I guess, astrology. I think I was talking about meditation. I was talking about certain archetypes. I was also talking about how to heal from ancestral drama, which is kind of almost close to where Heal Thy Co is at. And so, again, I really want to make this video about purpose again. Remember when I put out a video some time ago that I might have shared on both of the channels, and it was talking about purpose. And I love how we keep coming around asking ourselves, yo, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing out here? You know, like what is my thing to do? The gag is you're doing it. Sir, ma'am, hun, you're on purpose. And you'll know you're on purpose because you're going to go back in time like I did. And you're going to be thinking about everything you did. And yet still you're doing small parts of it. It's building. It's like a building of something. Purpose is not the final destination, my guy. It's a gag, isn't it? Sometimes like how we feel like we got to have something to do that's making us feel very important. We got to do something to what's the legacy? What's the thing? I need to go. Some of us feel like we got to go big. We need big, but you need to be alive. You need to be alive. If you want to be a purpose, you need to stay alive. You need to keep on going with every hint that you are given is your personal guidance, is your intuition. It is things that are showing up in your life. It's even things that you're manifesting. Remember, you manifest all day, every day, consciously, subconsciously, every day. Manifest good and bad. And, if you don't know, I'm going to let you know. You just got to make sure you keep all your good thoughts on point because you're always putting things out and you're always receiving more things. But let's go back. How did I get here? Why did I choose this? So at that time, when I was putting out those videos, I was in my 30s and I was in a financial industry. I was working for one of the top five financial Canadian banks, and I was an executive assistant at that time. And yet I was still doing music. Music was and is and will always forever be my other gift to the world. And it was definitely something that I had a hard time with because me being a Ghanaian and would always like second guess this gift that I had. And I was like, why did I have this? Why do I have this? I'm learning why I have it now. I'm grateful that I have it actually. And yet I also felt like I had to put all of myself into it at one time. And I did not know how to balance myself at that time as being the artist and artist. Um, and yet I think because of that, having to walk away from the financial industry opened up another door for me where I was then looking at healing a lot of my traumas, healing a lot of things that I kind of felt like while I was going through life, blipping and blumping and going around through life, I was also really not dealing with some other things that were affecting me, things that I had gone through way back yonder, baby. You know, they came up and they also came up in relationships. And here came Heal Thyco out of nowhere. Not really out of nowhere, but somewhere out of nowhere. I started while in transition of job. I started making bracelets with crystals and gemstones and doing design. And remember, I think I had said some time ago that I used to do fashion styling and merchandising. And so, as a Virgo, honey, we got that eye, honey, for detail, baby. Okay, like we like what we like, and so we can also make what we want to make. We're really hands on. I think a lot of us actually are very hands on, very creative, and super, super. Oh, so we want perfection. We are the imperfect perfectionist. Ooh, it's so aggravating. But we use it. It's also our kryptonite. Anyways, I don't want to keep dragging on this. It brought me to Heal Thyco. And at that time, I was making bracelets and I was also dibbling and dabbling again with YouTube. And I pushed out some meditations that had some affirmations. And I thought to myself, is this what I believe in right now as I'm putting this out? I wanted to find my own way, my own voice, my own expression. And I gagged because I had this thought late last night in bed where I was like, what's so crazy is that I always wanted to be on TV. And now I am. Low key, if you think about it. These are just small little dreams. If you actualize them, it doesn't have to be so mega big like YouTube, my guys. It's like our TV. It's TV, cable. I'm tuning into you, you tune into me. It's intense. But it's so amazing because you, the experience, your life is a great reflection of somebody else. It is so amazing to know in the end, we really do not go through anything on our own. We're literally all sharing an experience or two or three. And coming here is community. And I laugh again because I remember when I was in that space, in the financial space, y'all, I was big on that volunteer thing. I was big on community. And today I realize how much I'm building it. So I'm going to probably title this video, If You Build It, They Will Come. And you just got to keep going. And this is actually a time for me where I'm in a space where I can keep going. Remember, there was that one video that I had talked about all things kind of come back again. All things have their time. And you can go back to them, or they can come back to you when you are ready. The teacher will appear when the student is ready, you know? And so I hope that I get to be a good teacher to you guys. I realize that me being here is really going to make me shed a lot of skin, a lot of tough skin also that I had really been walking around with. And I ain't to say like I'm going to come out here and be marshmallow and soft, baby, please. Okay. What I'm going to show you is how to be vulnerable, straight up, because I was really afraid to do that back then when I started this. I was also afraid of the people who were watching me. And when I found out some of the people who were watching me would be like, "Oh, I did it," I was like, "God damn, okay, I got to block. Maybe I got to just like quit. Maybe because I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Child, not anymore. Not anymore. And neither should you, because what you do when you do that, especially now, I know when I did that, is I was keeping myself away from those who probably needed me at that time. That's that's I think this is the thing that we have to understand about this platform. This is like a real space of social responsibility and social accountability. And it's interesting, you know? So if you are a woman like me, number one, you're Black, you're African, you're Ghanaian, you are tall, you're gorgeous, darling. You have so much expression. Or maybe you're not. All those things, but you're just a little bit of these things. Baby, you better come up on here. You better come up on here and shine, honey, shine, honey, shine. Especially if you grew up and people told you to shut the F up. They told you shut up. They told you, why are you singing? They told you, and these are things that I did not so much I heard from, I've heard, I'm not going to tell you where I've heard it from, but I've heard it. And don't feel offended. That's all I'm going to say. To whomever is watching today, don't feel offended, darling. We are just coming here to gather so we can chatter, chatter. Okay, that's it. It's a kiki at this point. It's a kiki. And it's cool. It is okay. This is the beauty about getting older. If you are under 40s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 20s, you're in your teens watching this. If you're in your teens and your 20s, Girl, it's going to be so much fun when you get older, low key. It's not that bad. Just be wise about the choices. And you have so many people to look up to, not just within your own family, but this platform is actually one of them. And if you're brave enough, you can also share yourself because you have no clue who you can be for another person. So I feel like that's all I really wanted to come on here to say. I hope, if anything, today I have not only motivated you, but I've inspired you. And I know I feel like I'm becoming more and more inspired to come on here. There are times since I started coming back on here, which was like last week, consistently. But it's like I can't even sleep, y'all, because I have all this in my mind, honey. I got things I want to say, honey. I'm just like, oh wow, so this is where we're at. And I love it. I appreciate it. I adore it. I'm here and I want you to be here with me. Those of you who went through a lot of abuse, who felt like your innocence was taken, who felt like you had no light. You do. You do. And there are others like you and me who are doing better because we just take a step forward. We take a step forward. We look into our eyes. We're looking into the mirror. We're telling ourselves we love ourselves, even when we don't hear it from anybody. I hope you're doing that. And you've got to continue to keep doing that. You can't just, don't wait on others. What if you died tomorrow and you waited? Mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Ciao. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. And I really hope I can sleep tonight. So because I get it. I understand how this can be scary if you always wanted to do it and you just didn't know what to say or what to do, or what's your niche or what's your purpose. Excuse me. You're already on it. You're on it. You are alive. You are well. You're breathing. You have thought, conscious mind. And one thing I'm gonna say before I go, sorry, my whole thing is so big in this thing. Sorry, didn't mean to leave that. Oh my God, I gotta work on this. I gotta work on this. Um, as you're blipping and going through life, and you're feeding yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally, spiritually, make sure you're reading, you're into your Bibles if that's what you're into. If you're not, you are one with your God, with Creator. You are in prayer, if not all the time. You are in gratitude, at least all the time. Stay in gratitude. That's the attitude. Okay. Secondly, get on a mental diet. What do I mean by that? Listen to some subliminals in the background. Feed your subconscious mind. Change the dynamics so that your reality too will change. You're always manifesting constantly, good and bad. Be aware about what you can do and what you want to manifest and what you can manifest. So listen to subliminals, listen to affirmations, listen to rampages, listen to things that are changing your self concept. Change your world, your inner world and your outer world. It will have no choice but to match. It will have no choice but to line up. Listen, it took me a minute to get here, honey. I'm 43, baby. Mm. And I love it because low key, I know I probably would not be able to understand all of what I do now back then in my 30s. I was in my 30s, I was trying to be in a relationship. I was trying to be with somebody. I was trying to be somebody. And I forgot about being my somebody. And you cannot lose her or him. You can't lose yourself, no matter what. So pay attention, be on your mental diet, be on your visual diet, take in only what really builds you up, not breaks you down. Of course, we have to probably we can be aware of what's going on around the world, but guy, feed yourself. Feed yourself. And obviously feed yourself. Make sure you're on your good diet. I'm not your mother. I'm just a friend, child. Anyway, I'm peacing. That's all I had to say. I wish you guys the best. I am going to post this out on both of the channels today because I just really wanted to kind of get this out. And yeah, I will see you guys probably tomorrow, or I'm not too sure if there's something else that kind of pops up into mind for the Cyn Show. I'll come back up. Actually, yes, I do. There is something else I have to talk about, but that will be something else anyways. Y'all enjoy your Saturday and baby, remember you.